Welcome to Seeds of Compassion, the power of a single act. Please begin by finding a comfortable position, just allowing your body to settle. If you'd like, you can gently close your eyes or shift them into a soft focus. Notice where in your body you're holding any unnecessary tension. And with each inhale, try to breathe in a little calmness. With each exhale, try to let go of a little tension. Find a rhythm to your breathing that's the most grounding and relaxing for you. Now, I invite you to bring to mind a recent moment when you've experienced kindness. Something small that someone did for you, perhaps a door held open, a smile shared, or a warm gesture that uplifted you. Take a moment to fully remember this experience and the feelings that it brought up in you. Notice how a small act had the power to create a ripple of warmth within you. As you breathe, see if you can let this feeling of kindness settle in your heart, expanding more with each breath. Can you experience this warmth growing like a light within, just filling your chest, radiating through your body? Perhaps illuminating the space around you. Consider for a moment the power of a single act of kindness. Perhaps you could imagine it as a seed planted in the world, small, but with great potential. Each tiny gesture, each small act of compassion holds the potential to grow and impact not just one life, but many, like a tree branching out, offering shade, shelter, and beauty. Now, I invite you to reflect on how you might carry out a small act of compassion in your daily life. Just let yourself be creative. Imagine a scenario where you might offer kindness, a thoughtful gesture, a word of encouragement, or a simple helping hand. How might this act look? Who could benefit from it? how might it ripple out toward others? Can you feel the satisfaction and the connection that might arise from the thought of bringing light to someone else's day? Now, if you'd like, let's imagine the effect of your kindness extending outward. See if you can picture the person receiving your act of compassion and see the warmth and positivity it brings them. Imagine that they, in return, are inspired to pass this kindness on, perhaps by offering their own act of generosity or compassion. Can you visualize this chain reaction spreading from one person to another, lighting up faces, uplifting hearts, connecting lives? As you breathe, if you can, allow yourself to feel part of this chain of kindness. Feel the gratitude for being a source of compassion and connection, for bringing positivity into the world through your own small but meaningful acts. Let's gradually bring the focus back to your heart, where the seed of kindness resides. I really invite you to let yourself feel the warmth, the openness, and the connection that you carry within, knowing that it's always there, ready to be shared. And as you're ready, in your own time, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, just feeling your breath again. Just knowing that you can bring this intention of kindness into your days, planting seeds of compassion that are going to grow in ways that you may never fully see, but that will make a difference in the world. And as you feel ready, you can open your eyes, just bringing with you the warmth of kindness and the power of one small act to transform the world around you. Would love to hear from you in chat, both something that you experienced in terms of an act of kindness that someone did for you, as well as what you imagine you can do for others. So you're welcome to speak out loud or write in chat. Shweta, so fun. I know it's very uplifting for me to be guiding this.
I had a neighbor who she heard about something that had happened in my life and not from me. And I heard she just said, "How are you?" And she said it in a way like she really wanted to know.
Mm,
You just tell, it wasn't like a how, hey, how you doing? It was really like, I want to know how you. And it was just so tender. And so I told her, and then we all hugged. She gave me a hug, and her husband and I hugged, and it was just so lovely. And I thought about how that really leaning in and wanting to know, like being generous and open with our hearts, can matter so much. And I saw a tree kind of blooming. Like I love that imagery of the tree, and then a bunch of people sitting underneath it. Um, for me, the random acts, and the intentional acts was a little bit like I was like, well, does it have to be random?
doesn't have to be random.
Yeah.
It can be intentional. Yes.
Yeah. I have a neighbor who's sick, and so I was thinking about ways that I might bring them
Bring them
little treats.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be so wonderful. I
Mhm.
have new neighbors, and I recently just brought them some extra tomatoes from my garden, and they were just so delighted. See, Phyllis, what a wonderful reminder. I have a friend that we share kindness with each other. She supports my writing, and I support her on her health journey. Shraddha, at our in-person gathering yesterday, I shared about wanting to be held. One other member expressed that when I put my arm around her for the group photo, she didn't remember the last time someone else had touched her. Another member mentioned that she was inspired from what I said to seek cuddles from friends or other loved ones. I felt connected and validated in these moments. Just so great that you and Xander decided to organize an in-person meeting. It was really wonderful. Matthias, someone said to me, "What is that? You're going to have to, oh, we are all under cuddled." Can you say that in German?
Wir sind alle unterkuschelt.
We're all under cuddled. Shretha, that is so true. It can be premeditated. Yana, I felt warmed and touched when I thought about a kindness that a friend showed me when I talked to him about my anxiety yesterday. My act of kindness will be checking in on a colleague tomorrow who has relationship issues. So, I hear about people like paying for somebody's coffee or meal in line. I'm going to try that this month. I've never tried that. And it just seems like it'd be so fun to be on the receiving end of it. Any other thoughts come to mind? Elizabeth, what are you thinking of doing? Or what have you received lately?
It was not yesterday, but it was Saturday evening. I always give my daughter a hug. And then Saturday evening, she opened her arms and she said, "You need a hug too." And then
Oh,
I feel it again. And then tears welled up in my eyes. 21, she still lives with me.
21.
Yeah, and she told me, "I realize, Mom, you're always the one who gives me the hug and is there for me." And then opened her arms, "But you also need a hug." I said, "Yes. So nice that you see this." So we were
That's,
holding each other for a moment. It was the most precious.
that's so beautiful. Thank you, Elizabeth. Hetty, what's happened with you lately? I see your cat there.
Yeah, I've been very busy and um, not only in these situations, but other meditation situations also. I was thinking about bringing love to my animals, and my cat started meowing and wanted to come to my lap for a cuddle. So
So they're very intuitive. You're thinking about offering cuddles, and then they read your mind.
yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
it's really good to see you again. Martin, it's good to see you as well.
Yes, thanks so much for all the uh, lovely examples that you've shared with us also today. And just for the record, I also want to say, ich glaube auch, wir sind absolut unterkuschelt. We are all severely undercuddled in this time, and I am in strong favor of remedying the situation as soon as we can.
I wish we could be meeting in person. We'd be cuddling each other, wouldn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a situation in therapy, like I'm a psychotherapist in training and work in neuropsychology at the moment in with patients in early neuro rehabilitation. So recovering from severe strokes and neurodegenerative disorders and this kind of thing. And physical contact is so immensely important in so many situations. And I feel the reverberation, the feedback of that so greatly, mostly funnily enough, when there's no possibility that the person can speak or
Mm.
give another statement, but you feel the entire atmosphere between you shift the moment that you take off any type of latex gloves and really establish contact between people.
I wasn't expecting that to be the theme of today's meditation, but it is just the importance of physical touch. So I invite everyone to hug somebody for 20 seconds. That's the amount of time that helps people generate the neurochemicals that really flood the system. So those of you who are watching or listening to the meditation on YouTube, please write in your comments what you've experienced and what you think you will offer in terms of acts of kindness. And those of you in the community, and please join our community. But those of you already in our community, please participate in our random or intentional acts of kindness this month, which is love to hear from you when I post about it. Thanks so much for joining today.